So this year so far I've done every type of fishing: pike fishing, lure fishing, pole fishing, maggot fishing, whatever. I've done it, but I haven't been carp fishing yet. So today I'm carp fishing. And for those who have been watching, you'll know that I haven't caught a fish at all this year. So I'm thinking today I'll catch a carp or two. I'm down here at the pond I usually fish for carp. It's absolutely stocked with them, which is why I should catch some. I'm here with the method feeders, I've got wafters on them and ground bait, so that should catch me a few. So it's about time I get this rod and my other rod set up, get them out on the bank. As much time in the water as possible equals more fish, I guess. So let's get right into it. Both of my rods are now on the floor set up. Now all that's left to do is bait them up, put some bait on the hook, put some ground bait in them, and whack them out. My bait of choice for this pond is these bad boys here, some krill wafters. They're my favourite for this pond. They always get me at least one fish, so these things should do. Here we are then, the method feeder's full of bait. As you can see, it's full to the brim pretty much. The wafter is in it, so when I cast it out it'll just pop up, carp will see it and bash it. The next one's all baited up as well, so that's ready to get casted in. And just like that, both my rods are in the water. Now the peg I'm at is probably one of the best pegs at this pond, seeing as it's really shallow there and it's really deep there, and I'm in the middle of it, so I'm casted just by the island there, where it's pretty shallow, and then just over there I'm casted in the deep end. And I've done that because it's still quite cold. The weather's obviously not the nicest at the minute. Today it's quite nice though, so the fish could be anywhere. They could be in the shallow end or they could be in the deep end, getting some warmth from the water. It's up to them really, I don't know where they are. But the two spots I'm casted in are the spots that usually do me quite well, so fingers crossed. But the waiting game has now officially begun. So let's get catching these fish, and hopefully the first fish of the year will be a carp. Throughout the short 15 minutes I've been here, I've seen about 3 or 4 fish jump over the surface of the water, which I think is quite a good thing. It's a sign that they're active. And at this rate, I believe it's only a matter of time before I catch my first carp of the session. Plus, the weather's just perfect for it today. It's a lovely, it feels like a spring day and it's still winter, so that's a good sign. I believe I've got a fish on this rod, because the line's like proper gone, not slack, so if I just... Nah, I didn't get a fish on. I was mistaken, because usually when the line goes slack, it moves around a bit, and then there's a fish on. Seeing as I didn't catch one, obviously I'm going to cast it back out. I've rebaited the ground bait and stuff, so I'm just going to pop it back where I had it, just in the little margins of the island. Sadly there weren't nothing on mine then, but the second I said I thought I had one, someone else at the pond caught one. So that's a very good sign of activeness. What I'm going to do with this rod here is walk down a few pegs where no one is, to be fair. So I'm going to walk down a few pegs and drop it in by this overhanging bush. And then in this bush there's usually a lot of carp. So I'm going to walk there now. Right then, so here I'm just going to drop it there, where the bush has gone, to be fair, but now what I'll do, I'll just walk here with the bail arm off, back up to my peg. Right, my bait is now the complete other end of the pond. So it's in that bush where you saw me drop it just, and it's usually quite good there, but I'm a few pegs up, so if I do end up catching one there, it'll be a nice little fight up with the carp. Right, I've been here for about an hour now, and I've been watching the pool, and I've been seeing where the fish are jumping, and they're all jumping in the shallower end, and people are catching in the shallower end. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to cast one of my rods over in the shallow end, just in the middle of it, to see if I can get a fish from out of there. The next clip you'll see, I actually catch a fish. Straight after I cast it over there, I got a bite within about a minute, and then I put up with a fight with this beauty. Fish on, I've got a carp on, guys. This is my first fish of the year. Oh my god, I best land this thing. Only thing is it's in a tree. This is bad. Come on. Tighten the drag a little bit. He's stuck in a tree. Come on, get out. The fish is right ahead of me. You can see it, but it's stuck in a tree. I've got it out. Come on. Let's land this thing. Let's land this little fish. Come on, let's reel it in a little bit more. Here he comes. Oh, this is a bit awkward. Come on. Here we go. Yes! First fish caught. Woohoo! Looks like casting into the shallower end works. He's only a small one, but this is my first catch of the year and I'm dead chuffed with it. The lovely small common carp. Wow, just look at this, you guys. First common carp caught of the year. First fish I've caught in 2025. Lovely catch. I'm absolutely chuffed with it. Just look at this beautiful little carp. In love with it. Hopefully this is one of many more to come, but just one last look at this fish before I get him back in the water. Let's get him released though now, because he's been out for about 2 minutes, I'd say. Go on, buddy, swim it off. He'll go. Off he goes. Lovely. Thank the Lord, I caught a fish. I caught a fish, I'm chuffed with that. He put up a dead awkward fight because he got snagged in a little branch and I thought I'd lost it, but thankfully I got it out and I caught the fish. It's about time I get these rods back in the water now though, so let's get gone. So I've now casted the rod back out, rebaited it all and everything. It's actually back in the same spot where I've just caught that fish. I'm pushing my luck a bit, but let's bring on fish 2 of the session. It's been 25 minutes exactly since I last caught that fish, and it looks like I ain't getting no more bites. That's for now though. Of course I've got to give it time, otherwise I'm never going to get one. I don't know why, but there's this really weird thing with my 2 rods. I've got 2 rods, I've got one black carp on there and I've got a cork on here, Daiwa one. They're both Daiwa rods. But on this one, I always catch a fish without failure on that one. And now with this black one here, I've never caught a carp on it. I always catch a carp on this one, but never on that one. And then the only thing I've caught on that one is a big bream when I was night fishing. That's it. So if I could catch a carp on my other rod, the big black one, that would be quite rewarding. Both of my rods have now had a recast. One of them's in the shallow end, one of them's in the deep end, directly in the middle. The pair of them are both in the middle, because that's where I've been seeing the fish jump. Currently in the island there's a bunch of splashing just in that little crevice. No, it's stopped now, just as I said that actually, but there must be a carp stuck in there or something. "30 minutes remaining. I've got 30 minutes left of my session now. I've been here about 2 hours or so I've had a nice day. I've caught one fish. As of yet, I've got half an hour remaining. Anything could happen in half an hour. That's a lot of time, so wish me luck, fingers crossed, and I'll get another one." The ducks have just made a right racket on the water. They've just gone over everybody's lines, chased down this section on the deeper end anyway they have. There wasn't up there, thank God, because that's where my good rod is. My black one here that never catches. I don't mind, because I'm obviously not going to catch it. If I do, that would be amazing though. But yeah, 2 ducks was just fighting in the water, running over my lines, and I was like, ugh. Then both on that peg now just sat there, as if nothing happened at all. Right, there's a chance I have a fish on the black rod. No lie, the line's been slack and it's moving everywhere. Oh yeah, I think there might be something on. Oh damn, nah, nothing's on. I thought it was, but it's like a little snag it or something. For the last 15 minutes or so, I'll recast this one right in front of me at the island here, because some carp have been jumping there over the last 10 minutes or so. So I'll go close in, see if I can get anything. So yeah, my 2 rods are now both in and around the island here, because that's where most of the carp seem to be. I've been watching them reeds right there, and a few swivels on the top of the water have come up. You know like when a fish comes to the top, and they make a little pattern on the water. Well, that keeps happening there. Therefore, that means there's some fish near it. I've got 5 minutes left and still no more bites, but I think the bites have slowed down for everyone at the pond, because the people who have been catching like loads today, they've not caught in a while, so it's not just me. But the carp are tricking me today, I'm telling you. Usually at this pond, you get a lot of bites that it doesn't let you know that it's been bit basically. The line comes towards you because the fish, they get hooked and then start moving, and then the line just goes slack, and then of course you notice it strike and you've got the fish on way. But today that keeps happening and I ain't got fish on. For example, right now it's happening on this black rod here. It could very well be a fish, but I'm not going to bother striking because I've only got a few minutes left and I want to be in the water for as long as possible. I think I'd know if there was a fish on it, it'd be a lot more, it'd be moving faster basically. Long story short, I got no more action from any carp this time, so sadly I had to bring in the rods, pack my gear up and head home. With the rods in and all my stuff packed up, I best end the video. Because I caught a fish, I think it's all fair that you should all like the video for me. But on a real one, if you enjoyed the video, please smash the thumbs up button, subscribe down below if you're new, and turn on the post notification bell so you never miss one of my videos in the future. But for now, I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.